Welcome to the Register's Report. My name is John Buckley. I'm the Register of Deeds of Plymouth County. This show is about Plymouth County real estate. Our headline for the month was, "Thankfully, 2023 comes to a close. Will interest rates come down in 2024? So we're going to go right to the information, the deeds. You'll see a bar chart of the deeds coming across the screen. We had 553 deeds recorded in December, less than the 579 recorded in November, 21% less than last year. Year-to-date, deeds are down 19%. You're going to see a chart of the listing of sales for each of the 27 communities in Plymouth County, from Abington to Whitman. Every community had sales. The town of Plymouth and the city of Brockton had the most sales as usual. Next bar chart you're going to see is of mortgages. Mortgages have really slowed down. When the interest rates went up, people stopped refinancing. There were only 923 mortgages recorded in December, less than the 1032 in November, 29% less than last year at this time, and year-to-date was down 36%. And clearly, the results of the Federal Reserve raising interest rates have impacted both mortgages and deeds, sales of property. We always talk about foreclosures because during the meltdown of 2008, a lot of people found themselves in difficulty. During COVID, there was a COVID moratorium on foreclosure deeds and foreclosure notices. So they're really very, very low historically. Only 8 foreclosure deeds throughout Plymouth County in December, and there were 12 in November. So you can see how low they are. But they're starting to creep up again because during COVID, there were none allowed. So it's up 32% over last year. And the other document that's important in foreclosures is the foreclosure notice. If you receive a foreclosure notice, that usually means that you're having difficulty paying your loan, whether it be a job issue or health issue. And I advise people, if they're in trouble, to reach out to a federal housing counselor as soon as possible, because there are ways they may be able to help you modify your loan. But there were 33 foreclosure notices for all of December and 43 foreclosure notices in November. 27% than last December, but 11% more than last year. And then, of course, there are a couple of things people ought to be aware of. First of all, there's a listing of foreclosure deeds and notices by community. You can see how many zeros there are because banks have not caught up. But be aware there's a free property fraud alert. Go to our website, PlymouthDeeds.org, go to resources, and you can sign up for our free property fraud alert. If something is recorded against your property, you'll get an email. And beware of all the scams out there. People trying to tell you need to pay $30, $40, $50 to get a copy of your deed when you can go right to one of our offices for $1 a page. The other thing is we've updated our transcription. We've done a project that transcriptions of the original handwritten documents are now all the way up to 1868. So people that had difficulty reading cursive, there's now a printed version of it for those records.